more RAM, we can add to upgrade it to 8 or 16 GB. We need to pay the additional amount. That's very convenient. If you want to upgrade the storage size, type of storage, these things, it's possible with the cloud. This is the virtual server control panel. Here console means command terminal. We can apply commands from here. Same like at command terminal in Ubuntu, we can see here. Yesterday we have applied the command how to uh, update your system after the installation. Command we have used is sudo apt update. Sudo apt upgrade. Okay, then to maintain this cloud server, which run on an Ubuntu server, Ubuntu operating system, we need to learn the basics of Ubuntu, and we need to learn how to apply the commands. For that purpose, I would like to introduce you the Ubuntu or Debian architecture. Then only we can successfully manage an Ubuntu Linux-based operating system in a cloud server. First, we have to learn the architecture of the Linux-based operating system. See here, this is the Debian. I have installed in my laptop Debian operating system. Debian 12, that's the latest version. Uh, you can see the desktop of Debian. Wallpaper is here. Then application launcher is here. See here various categories of application. For example, internet. Inside internet category, we can see internet related apps like browser, Chrome, Firefox browser, Peak Cloud, Zoom client, any desk remote access software we can find. In Office category, we can see LibreOffice, then Label Creator software, then Zotero reference management software. When we install a new software, it after the successful installation, icon will appear in the appropriate category. Okay, this is the desktop. We can see here the panels and shortcut icons of various applications. Here we can see sound control, network control. Uh, okay, the downside panel is here. Next, we will see the file directory architecture of Linux. To see the directory architecture, we have to open the file manager. File manager is equivalent to my computer in Windows. I am going to open this file manager. We can open it from many places. Either we can click on places, home. Otherwise, we can click on home icon in the desktop. Shortcut is also here. We can click on it. This is the file manager. um, Many Linux-based operating system using different types of file manager. Actually, Linux-based operating system make use different kinds of applications from different projects. They don't own any software projects. They borrow open source applications from various projects. See here, it's a file manager. It's a different projects. We can find its name. See here, about files, genome project. Actually, this file manager um, developed by the Genome project. I make use the desktop. Yesterday we have learned different kinds of desktops available for Linux based operating system. This is the desktop. The graphical desktop software provide graphical interface for the Linux based operating system. I have installed this Genome Classic. Its name is Genome Classic. It's look very traditional desktops, same like Windows XP desktops. It's very lightweight. Actually, this file manager part of that Genome Classic desktop. This is home folder. Home means the default folder or the main folder of a user. When we install an operating system, Linux-based operating system, while we install, uh, while we install, uh, we create a user account. We assign a username and password. Okay, that's a username. Here, username is Vimal. uh, a home folder created for me. The files and folders created by me save here. That's the purpose of home folder. Same like your home, your assets and your relatives and your wife, kids, everywhere, everything in the home. Same way, our files and folders we store in home folder. Same like Windows, uh, we can create new folder from right click here, click on new folder. uh, Actually, this interface, desktop interface, provide these facilities. We can create a folder, we can create a file, we can delete a folder, we can many things we can do with the help of this graphical interface. That's the desktop software. No need to apply any command. For a common user, this is very easy. Okay. This is the home folder. We can see the files I have created, files and folders here. My letters are here, everything in documents folder. My pictures, there is separate folder for picture folder. Everything is here. And downloads, everything downloads in this folder. Okay. Then next we will see how the system files where it located in Linux. In Windows computer, Windows operating system, we can see the system files inside C folder and inside program files. When we install a software or application, for example, uh, any disk or VLC player or any other whatever may be the application, uh, when we install it, it it store in C program files. By default, it is stored there. It's exe file, binary file, library files, everything in C program files. But that kind of architecture is not available. In Linux, it's different, entirely different. Both architecture follows. This is the home folder, user related files we can find here. If you want to see the system architecture, click on the file manager, um, other location. In many desktops, this location may be different places. I mean, uh, the shortcut to the location may be different location or different places. Anyway, in Genome Classic with the Debian, if we click on other locations, see here, I can see the storage is here. See Debian GNU Linux storage. It is 419 GB storage. Actually, it's SSD storage 512 available after the operating installation. This is the remaining storage. Okay, I am going inside this storage where system files are stored. I am going to double click it. See here, this is the storage. I mean, a system directory, a system folder, where system folders and files located. In the address bar, you can find a forward slash. It means It's like a tree. It starts from a single root or single branch, and various branches started from here. This is the root. Root we represent like this forward slash. You can see everything here. And inside, see here, different folders with the different names we can find. And we have to learn this, the purpose of these folders. Symbol, uh, first is boot. Boot means when we open the computer, these inside this folder, many system files there, which help the computer land on the operating system. It leads the computer to open or lead into the operating system installed. That is called boot. Boot means booting. We can see here grub. Grub is a program which manage landing into the operating system. For example, in your computer, Windows and Linux installed. When we open, when we switch on the computer, first the grub screen will appear where we can see both Windows and it list Windows and Linux. User can select the desired operating system to go. Grub. Okay. In this folder, booting related files and folders we can find. Then another is etc. This is mainly for storing configuration files. For example, if we install Koha's configuration files or settings files store inside this etc folder. Its location is /etc. Inside the root folder, etc folder located. Koha folder we can find where configuration and the settings file it is stored. This is the configuration file of Koha. Koha conf. Koha command. Okay, this is the site related file. Site related file means it has a web interface. It helps the Koha to display web interface. Okay, this is a site related file. Okay, many files we can find. Next is library files. Library files are library. Each application installed, some library files will install. All application files, library files reside in this lib folder. Then OPT. OPT means suppose we install a third-party application like a non-open source or non-free software like Google Chrome. It is stored in a separate folder. That folder is OPT. For example, I have installed Google Chrome browser that store all its source code and other things installed in OPT folder. That's the purpose of OPT folder. Zoom is a proprietary software. It is stored in a separate place. Uh, Genuine open source and free software installed in other folders. Such a software reside in software repository of Ubuntu and Debian. That is the official place where from where we can download and install updates or packages directly. Okay, then var variable files, then user files where applications source code reside. User share, we can find Koha folder. Koha source code we can find here. Intranet source code, everything here. This is the source code or related to various modules. See the location /user /share Koha. There is a separator that is a /intranet /cgi-bin. Okay, these system files has their own purpose. Anyways, when we install a application or software, it it send files to different folder. This folder has different purpose. Okay, it does not store it in a single file. Different folder has different purpose. When we install an application, everything store in a different places. When we install Koha, its configuration file store in etc folder, its source code store in user folder, user share. Variable files go to variable means var folder. The purpose is that when an operating system or applications run, it record the history of its running. Suppose an error happens, uh, the error history it store or write it in a file. When we open the var folder, we can find the error log. Log means uh, description of the problem. So see here, var log. For example, if anything happen or something, we start a service or an activity, everything recorded here. See here, var log Koha. Here, various error log and other things we can find. For example, um, intranet error log. If any intranet error log happens, it is stored here. If you open it, it will give you a mention what happened to intranet, like this: what time, which date, what kind of error it happens. Okay, if you track this error log, we can find the solution. That's the purpose of var folder. Okay, this is the system folders in Linux and its purposes. I will show you a visual representation of this tree-like structure, Linux folder structure. Images, see like this. Home, etc, binary, opt, temp, user, var. This way. This is a root. It's these branches started from the root folder. These are the various branches of Linux folder. Okay. Anyway, for a beginners, it's a little difficult to visualize the thing. uh, you have to you can install Ubuntu or Debian, and you can check yourself and see this visual representation. Anyway, many YouTube videos are available. It give very simple explanation of the Linux data storage or folder structure. Okay, in Windows, everything stored in C program files, but in Linux, it is stored in different system folders. Okay, next thing is uh, terminal. Terminal is very important. For a common user, no need to learn terminal. He can operate everything from desktop. He can create file, browse web. He can only need to open the Chrome browser. Many applications installed, they can directly use it, no need to touch anything. But in the case of a techie or sysadmin or network administrator, to do something more related with the system side, we have to apply commands through the terminal. It's called a terminal. Uh, Often, this terminal appeared in application launcher, system tools, terminal. We can find this terminal any Linux-based operating system. Its usual location is application launcher, system tools, terminal. Click on terminal. This is the most confusing thing of a Linux beginner. See, a prompt is blinking. See here, Vimal at Vimal. Vimal is the username. Vimal at Vimal. Vimal username at Vimal. Vimal means inside the folder, home folder. Okay. My home folder name is Vimal. My username is Vimal. So Vimal at Vimal. My same like my house name. My house name is Vimal. I am inside my house, Vimal. Okay, I will show here what's inside this home folder. The same visual representation. See, this is the home folder. The same thing in terminal. It's a textual interface, not visual interface. We can, if you in file manager, we can see the folder and files here. But in terminal, we have to apply the command to list out the content inside the home folder. Command is ls. See here, I type ls, it will list out the files and folders inside this home folder. See here, apply command, then only it will display. These commands I mentioned in the manual I have yesterday, put it in the group. Okay, this way we display the command. And one more thing, you have just installed a Linux operating system. Suppose you have joined a library where a computer and a Linux running there, but you want to know what Linux operating system or which version of Ubuntu or Debian running. In Visual, you can identify maybe Ubuntu or Debian, but in Visual, in certain cases we can identify which operating system and version. There is a command for that purpose, lsb underscore release hyphen space hyphen a. lsb underscore release space hyphen a. If you apply the command, it will display uh, which Linux based operating system in this PC and release version 12 and its release name bookworm. Okay, code name is bookworm. Or for each purpose, there is a command. That's a peculiarity of this Linux operating system. Thousands of commands, no need to by heart all these commands. Okay, clear the screen. We can apply the command clear. Okay, see here, a dollar sign is there. It means I am a normal user. Normal user means uh, a user without any privileges. Privileges means I am not an administrator. That is the dollar sign. But I can become an administrator. I want to apply a command. That is sudo su. These commands are case sensitive. Case sensitive means the command should type as such. If we miss any capital letter or spelling or space, it does not work. Okay, suppose if you apply the command to know about the version number, for example, lsb underscore release, there is a space between hyphen a. If we miss the hyphen a like this, if you type it like this, enter, it says that command will not work. Otherwise, lsb instead of underscore, if you type hyphen release hyphen a, does not work. System cannot identify the command. It's case sensitive. We have to type it as it is. Okay. Dollar sign means I am a normal user. I can become a root user. Root means administrative user. I can apply a command sudo space su. Sudo space su. Enter. It asks a password. The password is I have assigned at the time of create an account. I type the command, sorry, password. Password does not display on the terminal. Okay, so if we type a password in Windows operating system, when we type the password, it will display the star. Okay, here no star will display. Just to type the password in blank, enter it. Command will work. Don't wonder when you type the password, nothing to see. Type the password and enter. And typing the password, nothing will be displayed, enter. See here, root at Vimal. How I become a root user at a Vimal folder. See, the dollar symbol changed to sharp symbol. It means I'm a root user. Then exit from this root user, type exit. Okay, type exit. Okay, now I become a normal user. This way command works. For beginners may confuse. It may confuse. Anyway, we need to learn what are in what in which extent it confusing. Anyway, we have to learn these things. Gradually, it will familiar with us. In initially way, it may feel difficult, but gradually it will easy for us. Okay. The next thing is after installation of this operating system, this CD may be released a few months back, and after that, lot of updates available, new versions of packages also available. For example, uh, LibreOffice inside LibreOffice new version may be updates available, new packages may be available. We have to update all these uh, packages and software, make our system updated and new. Um, okay, and also kernel of the Linux have all updates available. We have to incorporate those updates. The command to update your system, two command we have to apply. The first command is sudo apt update. Sudo we apply as a prefix with every command, any command. We can apply it as a administrative user. Sudo space apt update. Sudo space apt update. Sudo means the command to become a root user. Apt means apt is the package management software used by Debian or Ubuntu. Apt full form is advanced package tool. Sudo full form is super user do. Super user do. Okay, super user do. Administrator doing. Then update means it update the package index. We are familiar with index, same like a catalog. Operating system has an index or list of the application installed. It check for the software repository whether any new updates available. Uh, there is a software repository means a server computer where all newly available packages will be there. We have to check communication with that repository. What are the newly updates available, packages available? We match with the existing one, maybe old. It collect information. Sudo apt update. Enter. Once we give the password, so it will not ask password for next 15 minutes. For 15 minutes, it will not ask the password. First, we enter the password, so it will not ask the password 15 minutes for 15 minutes. After that, it will again ask the password. Okay, this is the command sudo apt update. These are the address or URL of the um, address or URL of the repository. See here deb.debian.org. Same like a website where computer where all packages are located. Next command is sudo apt upgrade. It check the repository and find that lot of packages need to upgrade. Okay, and then next command is sudo apt upgrade. Upgrade means it will download the new packages, and install in the system. Sudo space apt space upgrade. Enter. I think yesterday I have updated, so no new updates available. Suppose updates available, it shows that this much of updates available, 300 MB how to download. Um, okay, and after installation, your system will become free. This is the command we have to apply after installation of any Linux-based operating system. It makes your system new. These commands I mentioned in the manual, you can go through it. The next skill we have to apply is how to install a new package. For example, in this repository, so many packages there. Suppose you want to install a new package called, you want a media player to play music and to play video. We have to install it from the software repository. Sudo apt install VLC. You have to know about this media player name VLC player. Sudo apt install VLC. Otherwise, you want an FTP client like FileZilla. Okay, sudo space apt space install space FileZilla, enter. Says that this much of packages has to download 10 MB. After installation, 42 MB will it takes space. These are the files we download to install this package. Well, need to give the confirmation. Do you want to continue? Why? Yes, and enter. It download the packages. After downloading, it unpack it and place it on appropriate places in the system folder. It's easy. It software installed. So depend on the internet speed, it download the packages and install it. See, after installation, you can check its availability, application launcher, internet. See here, FileZilla is there. If you click on the FileZilla, it will open. FileZilla is a software we can manage. Suppose you have a website, you have to upload the files. You can, using this FileZilla software, you can upload it in the server. If you want to remove or uninstall FileZilla, you can apply the command sudo apt remove uninstall the package, remove FileZilla. It asks whether you have to proceed. Do you want to continue? Yes. See here, FileZilla disappeared. Sudo apt remove the name of the package FileZilla. Okay. Next command, once again, I will show you to install a new package, sudo apt install. Suppose you want to install a HTML editor, code editor. Its name is Bluefish. Okay, Bluefish. How to know about this editors or application name? Maybe you get any, suppose you have a purpose to write a code in HTML and your friend says that this editor is good. Suppose you read a blog and you find that this editor is good and you get a command to install Bluefish. You copy the command and paste there, install it. No need to by heart it. Gradually, you will by heart these commands and the syntax of the command. Sudo apt install Bluefish. It asks whether to install or not. Give Y. See here, Bluefish, where it is programming, Bluefish appeared. It's belong to the category programming. Okay, coding is easy with the Bluefish. This way we can install and uninstall packages from command line. Otherwise, we can also make use graphical visual interface to install and uninstall packages. Here, software market or software libraries here. Click on software. See here, categorized packages and popular packages we can see. For example, you want to notes, take notes, Google Notes. Otherwise, we can search here. VLC. Show the VLC player. You can install it. It has the password while install. Then for work apps related to works, you will display the software. Check it and install it. Okay, this way, two-way, we can use a graphical interface. Some interfaces available where we can install application. Otherwise, we can apply command to install the application. And one more thing, suppose when we apply the command, these packages store in the repository of the Linux or Ubuntu or Debian. It directly download and install it. Suppose you want to install a proprietary package or proprietary application. Um, we can download a third-party application. It will not be available on this software repository. We have to download separately the package and install it. Okay, I will show you an example here. For example, you want to install Brave browser or something another package in a desk alternate. Team viewer. Suppose you want to install a Steam viewer in your PC. It's a remote access software. You can someone can access your system, or otherwise you can access other system. TeamViewer will help. I think you are familiar with TeamViewer. Go to their website. It's a proprietary software. Click on download section. Here various versions available: Windows, Mac, Linux. We need Linux. And inside Linux, we can find Linux package for various operating system. uh, full client. See here, suitable for Red Hat, CentOS, Fedora, suitable for Ubuntu or Debian. We have to find the architecture x86 64-bit 64-bit package we have to download. This is for another hardware architecture, and the 32-bit architecture is obsoleted. 64 architecture is available in every recent hardware. Click on 64-bit. A package will going to download. Okay, whatever application you want to install, check their website. At the proprietary application, we can find download section. Uh, See the package suitable to install it on Ubuntu or Debian. See the file installed. It available in download folder. This is the binary file to install. See here, TeamViewer.deb. Deb means extension of Debian files. The same file will work on Ubuntu. Ubuntu derived from Debian. Same like exe file of Windows. We download exe file, double click, it will install it on the system. Okay, same way we can install it. You can copy it in the home folder. Two ways we can install it. One, double click, it will install. Otherwise, the terminal we can install. Using terminal we can install. Click on type ls in terminal. See here the application TeamViewer amd.deb available. Command sudo dpkg. Dpkg means Debian package. We are going to install sudo space dpkg hyphen I. I means install, the instruction to install. Then name of the package. Actually, this name of the package is lengthy. If you type it directly, chance for spelling mistake, it will not work. To autofill the name, type the first three letter team, then press on tab, the name of the package autofill. Sudo space dpkg hyphen I team viewer, uh, the name of the application autofilled. Once again, suppose we have download the package, copy it in the home folder, make sure that it is there. Apply the command sudo dpkg hyphen I. uh, okay, ls will list out the name sudo dpkg hyphen I. First type the first three letter, press tab button, it autofill the name and enter. It will unpack the packages and install it. see here, some error happens. Uh, it show the description what happened. DPKG, dependency problems. That means to install this application software, it need a lot of dependence packages. Without that, it will not install. There is a shortcut. So installation is not finished. There is a command sudo apt install -f. -f means force install. It break in the middle. It will, this command will force install uh, the the team viewer. Okay, I'm going to type enter. Okay, it find the broken installation and find that, and these dependencies are required. It will download and install the finish the installation of team viewer. Okay, that now installation finished. See there, team viewer installed. It will open. Same like any desk. This is the pretty earlier it started. This project started. It's a proprietary one. You get a basic version. You need a full version. You have to make payment. This way we can install a third-party application. These things we have to know while we start to work with Ubuntu or Debian operating system. And one more skill we have to acquire, that is open a system file. How to open a system file? For example, uh, in the system folder, here we can see many system files. In certain cases, we want to make changes on the system files. For example, um, you want to see, you want to make changes on a grub folder. Okay, boot grub. We have to make changes on this grub configuration file. In normal case, if you want to open it, nothing will open. Okay, you have no permission to open it. But in Windows, you can open directly and make changes. But in Linux, it will not allow. In that case, we have to open this file from the terminal with the proper permission. This is the location of the file. See here, boot grub. This is the file, Control L. This is the location, hyphen root boot grub, then grub.cfg. Okay, here we are going to open this system folder. So open the system folder, we need an editor. Editor like in Windows, Notepad is there. Same like text editor also available in Windows, in Linux. That is many Notepad editors available. Here I installed Mousepad. Then another Notepad editor is called gedit. Anyway, whatever some default Notepad applications available with any Linux operating system. In Genome desktop, we can find gedit software. Suppose I like to work with the Mousepad, so I installed it separately. How I installed? Sudo apt install Mousepad. It will install the Mousepad. Okay, see here, Mousepad is here. I want to open this file. Sudo, then name of the editor, Mousepad. I want to open this file in Mousepad editor. Sudo space Mousepad space. Then location of the file. Location of the file /boot. If you press tab autofill, then separator /, then grub. Okay, grub is the next folder, and inside this folder grub.cfg resides. type grep dot cfg. Sudo space mousepad. Mousepad is editor. We are going to open this configuration file. Then location of the folder. Anyway, I know you may feel difficult follow this. Anyway, just watch it. You can try yourself. Within few days, you can become familiar with these actions. Location /boot /grep. Then this is the file we are going to open. Then enter. File will open. Here we can make the changes. Change means if you know what the change you want to make, you do it. Otherwise, if you don't know how to do it, just leave it. Here, timeout. Timeout means when we system open, how much time it will open and display the operating system name. Suppose Windows and Linux there, you have a appropriate time to select the operating system. Okay, then you can save the entries and close it. This way, configuration files open. This is a difficult task for beginner. Anyway, we have to manage it. Okay, these are the basic commands to um, manage an Linux-based operating system. I don't I don't want to make you too much confused. Anyway, go through the manual and try yourself. You can easily grab it. Next is then only we can understand the installation steps. Okay. The next is we are going to install Koha in the cloud. The same terminal we open in the cloud. See here, we launched the cloud terminal. Yesterday we applied sudo apt update. Next command was sudo apt upgrade to make your system new. The next thing is we have to find the installation manual. The first reference is the official installation manual of Koha. How to find the official installation manual? Just to make it type on Koha on Ubuntu packages. Otherwise, Koha on Debian packages. Debian manual will come. This is the official manual. Click on Koha on Ubuntu packages. It's a lengthy instruction. We can go through each line. It says that which version of Ubuntu they support. Then install Ubuntu. The next thing is we have to add the Koha repository. Okay, if you feel difficult, follow these lines. I have simplified manual that's available in my blog, Koha on Ubuntu packages. The second search result is my manual. Install Koha on Ubuntu. Otherwise, you can visit my blog, Koha Geek, where you can find the installation manual. Sudo update Ubuntu, apply these two commands. Then install mousepad editor. Sudo apt -y means it does not ask the confirmation to install it. Directly it install mousepad. The next thing is community repository of Koha. Actually, Koha is a third-party software. It's a free software, but it's not available in the Ubuntu software repository. We have to connect our system to it has a separate repository. We have to connect the system into this repository, into Koha repository. First is we have to add the address of the Koha repository. Okay. This is the command echo uh, this line, the server address line into this folder. Anyway, I simplified it. Just copy the line and apply here. And I will show you already exit there. Sorry, not here. Here we have to in the cloud. And this line added. To see where it this line added, um, the meaning of this action is we have added this line. Then there is a key ring. Key ring means it's a approved repository system added officially. That's the meaning. Next command. Next command is very important. Uh, See here. Next command is we have to mention which version of Koha you have to install. Sudo echo means write the line on a particular file. I mean configuration file. And also here old stable, the previous version of Koha we have to install. We don't want to install the latest version. Otherwise, we can mention version number. Just to copy it and paste there. See, if you want to stick on with a particular version of Koha, we can mention here 23.05. That's the previous version. If you want latest version, mention 23.11. Otherwise, in Word, we can mention old stable, the previous version of Koha. Enter. This line added. You can see this line where it added sudo nano. In server atmosphere, mousepad will not work. Mousepad text editor will not work. It work only with a desktop. In cloud, only text, I mean server has no desktop, visual desktop, only textual interface. So we have to find a desired text editor. See here nano. Instead of mousepad, we type here nano. Then location of the Koha repository address stored. Sudo nano space etc apt sources list.d Koha list. See here the line of the repository, Koha repository added. It officially added in our system. The next command is sudo apt update. After adding these lines, we have to update the index. Sudo apt update. See here, update the software repository. Apply the command sudo apt repository. The next, see it finished. Next action is sudo apt install MariaDB server. We have to install MariaDB server RDBMS. See here sudo apt install -y MariaDB server. See what's the change if we apply the command sudo apt install -y. Without any yes or no, it directly install the package. Okay, that package installed. Next step is we give a root password, administrative password for this MariaDB. This is the line, this is the password. We give a new password. We replace this sudo space mysql admin hyphen u root password. Here we give a new password. MySQL root. This is the root password. We assigned sudo apt install hyphen y. Next is the command to install Koha software. We are going to install Koha software from the official repository. Paste. The software name is Koha Common. Enter it. It takes time. Uh, we can take a break. We return here 8:10. A lot of packages to download to take time. Okay, go for a break. We return at 8:10. Okay. Okay, Koha packages installed, but we need more configuration to make it run. Okay, all packages downloaded and installed. We have a more configuration to make it run. Next is we are going to open uh, Koha site. Site means it has works like a website. It has two interface, an intranet and opaque interface. We need to configure. Okay, we have to open that file and make configurations. Sudo nano. Nano it only work with the server atmosphere. This is the file. Change this line. This is the intranet interface. 8080 is the port number. Port means, for example, a home. It has two door. One is front door, one is back door. People can uh, enter from back door and people can enter from front door. Same like Koha has two interface. One is intranet interface that is for librarians. One is online catalog that is for users. We have to differentiate it. Two separate interface. We mention we are saying different ports for different interfaces. One is for Koha staff client. One is for online catalog. See here, opaque port 80. Okay, only two things. Only one thing we have to change. Control O. A shortcode to save the line. Control O. Not no file menu is there to save it. See here, wrote 52 lines. To exit from this editor, Control X. Okay, then next command is uh, these are the commands to configure the website. Apply it one by one. We made some changes on the website of Koha. Apply this one by one. We restarted Apache services. We made some changes there to take effective. We apply Apache restart, sudo service Apache to restart. Then next is we are going to create the database of Koha. This is the command. Actually, Koha DB and Koha instance. Instance means we can install a single Koha installation and we can create different instance. For example, you have 10 libraries. We can install 10 instance of Koha, 10 databases will create. Okay, it work as an independent libraries. Then port. We have added a port, assigned a port for Koha staff client. We have to add this port number into Apache configuration file. Sudo nano paste. We are going to open this port file and add the line. Listen M80, that is the default port available. Listen 8080. One more port we have added, 8080 port for Koha staff client. Control X. Then restart the Apache. Then few more commands to configure this Apache, Koha website related things. Apply it one by one. Then one more thing, a service called memcache did restart. Installation is over. You can open Koha in the using IP address. This is the IP address. Copy it 143.110.183.108. This is the computer number, same like Aadhaar number for Indian citizen. Same like virtual server has a number. Put the IP there, colon 8080. Koha staff client will load. See. Um, Next steps are web installation, web installer, web installation of Koha. Initial settings we have to define. See here, this is the IP address, actual name of the computer. See, we can mask it using domain name. For example, mgucat.mgu.ac.in. Otherwise, onlinecatalog.mgu.ac.in. We can buy a domain and connect with the server, I mean IP address. We can use a domain to represent this website. Now it's represent using IP address. Wait. This is the process. I upload a database into cloud. It upload the database. We will restore it. See here, the database is there. Sudo mysql hyphen u. Uh, I restore a database that was old version. It upgraded to the latest version. Okay. Now Koha is ready to use it. You can also log in. I will put the IP address in the chat box. You can try to log in. Koha staff client URL. Username and password is same. That is librarian. You can try to log in from your PC. Just to copy HTTP end with 8080 like this. It will open. You can type the username and password. Actually, my intention was to just to go through the installation steps. Then you can try yourself. But I know many library professionals has no background knowledge on Ubuntu or Debian. We have to acquire it. This is the installation procedure. Compare with the DSpace and other open source software for libraries. This Koha installation is comparatively easy. For beginners may feel difficult. You have to familiar with this procedure. Okay. Anyway, you can try yourself. I have installed Koha and restored a database. Using this IP, you can access Koha from your system. Username and password is librarian, and a login. Please access or copy this URL into your browser and tell me this this Koha working there. In some browsers it will not work because this is not a secure site. Secure site means SSL certificate not enabled. So it may deny to open if we put this URL into browser, deny to open the interface. Suppose you are using Chrome, it will not work there. You can open it in the Firefox browser. Okay, just to copy uh, the address in your favorite browser, try to open it and just tell me whether it's working or not. Okay, it's working. Very good. Can you log in it? Username and password is same, librarian. Can you log in it? Okay, after login, you can see this interface. Uh, See here, Koha version 23.05.8. Click on About Koha button. It's just not working. Okay. And if you click on About page, you can see Koha version number 23.05, update, eighth update. Then other technical components you can see which version of Ubuntu and MariaDB you can see there. Then system information, you can see some warnings. We will solve the warnings later. That's not some critical warnings and other things. These are some minor warnings. Some encryption key not added. Okay, then go back to Koha page. Then you can open opaque interface, online catalog interface. Uh, Type the IP only. No need to add the port number colon 8080. This is the online catalog interface. Next, we are going to configure Koha. Some initial setting is required to start or run with the Koha. Start with Koha. Go to Koha administration where all settings are reside. Koha administration. We can go into administration. First thing is each participants need to create a library branch. See here, Koha administration page is here. Basic parameters. Here we can see libraries. We are going to branches. Here we can create unlimited number of branches. Click on libraries. You can create a branch for your learning purpose. Here a branch is there, but you have to create a new branch. Click on new library. Click on new library. Okay, click on new library. Okay, we are going to create a branch. Once again, from the home page, we are going to create a branch library. Click on administration. Click on libraries. Click on the button new library. Here library code. For example, my library name is Mahatma Gandhi University Library. The short code I use here MGUL. Okay, a short code, 3 or 4 letter code, capital letter, no space between the code. Then description of the library, full name of the library, Mahatma Gandhi University Library. See, text in red color is mandatory. Code is very important. Software identify each branch of the library using this code. This is for human reading. Mahatma Gandhi University Library. Don't create branch with the same code and description. You can create your library. Maybe if you are working, you can mention the code of the library and name of the library. Suppose you are not working, you can uh, give the library name of the institution where you learned. Okay, your college or university uh, library name we can mention. Don't create the same library branch. Next is address, where it is located. That's are not mandatory. You can leave it. More libraries branches there to identify or recognize. We can mention addresses. Then save it. So other settings are we can ignore. Uh, that's not mandatory. We can leave it. Create a branch code, then description of the library. Create a branch. Okay, one branch created. If you want to try, you can create a branch now. Branch code already exists. Someone trying to create the same branch code. Okay, this way we can create branches. Go back to administration. Take your time and you can create branches. Next is item type. Item type means uh, what are the collections available there? What are the things, items in the collection? That means based on the physical characteristics, we can divide the item types into different categories like book, monograph, thesis, uh, then many items like a patent report. These belong to item types. Here some preloaded item types we can see: book, computer file, continuing resources, maps, music, reference, visual materials. Then we can add few more item types. Don't repeat again this item type. For example, um, we can create a new item type for bound volume of books, bound volume of journals. Otherwise, you can create a item type for reference books. Sorry, a thesis, PhD thesis. Okay, click on new item type. Actually, this is based on the physical characteristics, item types defined, uh, books, computer files, continuing resources, maps. This is, it does not represent topic or subject of the book. Okay, click on new item type. Item type code, for example, thesis, thes, THES. Then description, PhD thesis. Next is an icon suitable to represent this item type. We can see here different item types. I mean icons there, NPL. It's a small icon. You can select an icon for thesis, THES, description, PhD thesis. Select the ideal icon. Next thing is not for loan. Usually PhD thesis not allow for home reading. Okay, once again, code for the item type, then description. Parent item type means suppose a monograph, it belong to books. Okay, we can assign the parent item type book. Suppose it's a magazine, it belong to periodicals. Okay, so we can define parent and a child item type. Whether it's no, whether it's for home reading or not, check not for loan. Then many settings we can find, but many things are, we can, if you find that not applicable for your library, you can leave it. Then this applicable to which library? I assign all libraries. Otherwise, it is limited to a particular library. Okay, I am going to save this item type. See here, the item type PhD thesis available. Suppose this continuing resource, that's for periodical, its name is different. This is a strange name for Indians. We can change it to periodicals, continuing resources, already there. Click on edit button, click on periodicals. Okay, so once we create the item type, we can change the description, not the item code. Okay, then we can define item types in advance on a paper, then create item types one by one. These are the codes. Code is very important. Actually, this code, using this code, system identify each item type. Okay, system preferences. Next is pattern categories. Uh, Next thing is we can find here pattern categories. Otherwise, we can go back to administration. click on pattern categories. Actually, pattern categories means the groups, user groups in your library, in your institution. That means in a college, student, research scholars, faculty members, these are the main user groups. Suppose in a university, same. Okay, we can define here user groups. The term pattern, which represent user group. Click on pattern categories. Uh, Click on new category. Category code, for example, I am going to create a user group for PG students. PG student, PGS, that's a code. Then description, PG student or postgraduate student. Suppose it's a UG student, UGS. It's a research scholar, RES. Faculty member, FAC. Then duration of the course, 24. 2 years is the master's program. Duration 24. Here, no need to fill anything until date. Only either assign the duration either in months or until date. In usual case, course wise, we have to assign the duration of the in months. We have to mention here. Age required, upper age limit, this we can leave it. One question is to ask, how overdue notice required or not. Koha can generate emails in various contexts, and it can send to the user. We have to install a SMTP server. Suppose we need it, we can enable this feature. When we click on yes, it does not start to send emails. We have to facilitate that uh, SMTP email server to enable this feature. Then category type, adult. It's a hard coded list of category type. We have to choose adult. Hard coded means we cannot change or add a new category, a new item into the category. Then library limitation, in which branches this group applicable. Choose all libraries. Then a lot of preferences we can see. The last thing, many preferences we can see here, maybe not may not be applicable in our library. It applicable to other libraries, maybe in Europe, US. It's a software using anywhere, many countries. So many features suitable to other countries. If you suitable to in your library, you can use it. Last is messaging preference. It says that in which context Koha has to generate and send emails to the user. See here, item due, advance notice, hold filled, item check-in, item checkout, auto renewal, hold reminder. We will see one by one. Item due. When book, suppose a person borrow the book and is going to due notice will send item due. When it become due, it will send the due notice. What is email and digest here? Digest only here. That is, you can ask for digest to reduce the number of messages. Messages will be saved and sent as a single message. Suppose a user has 5 books to return. It is now due. If you click on digest button, same due date for 5 books. Uh, it will generate an email, 5 books details in a single email, it sent it to the user. Otherwise, if send it generate 5 emails and send it to 5 times together, it arrive on the emails. It will Gmail will consider it as a spam. It will move to the spam instead of inbox. So we have to choose this digest. Okay, suppose a group of I mean, more than one email has to send the same date. To club into single email, send it as a single email. It will not treat as a spam. Otherwise, a group of emails together consecutively arrive. System Gmail treat it as a spam and go to the spam box. Advance notice. 2 days in advance. If you want to send a reminder, choose advance notice. Okay, choose the date and tick email. Then hold field. When hold means reservation. When reservation, someone reserve a book, it arrived, it inform the user. Then item check-in. When return the book, someone return the book, it will send an email. It acknowledge in the system, says that we have returned the book. It considers it as an acknowledgement. Then check out. Someone check out the book. It will send us an email with which contains details of the user and the book. But it's not necessary actually book with him. Then auto renewal. That's another facility. When it renew automatically, it will send a reminder. Then hold reminder. Hold reminder means a book is reserved. When it arrive, it will send a reminder. Hold filled means when book is reserved and it arrived, um, he took the book, hold filled. It will send a reminder regarding the reservation. See here, code, description, the enrollment period, then overdue notice required or not, yes. Then category type, branch code, last messaging preference. Advance notice, 2 days in advance, notice will send. Digest means, suppose more than one letter on the same day has to send, it club together and send one letter. Then save it. One pattern category created and their email configuration also we have added. This way we can create a pattern group. You can try yourself later. Anyway, this is easy. First create a code, then description, then messaging preferences. We go back to administration. Then next thing is circulation and a find rule. Rule regarding a group of person, how much book they can borrow. Circulation and find rule. Before circulation and find rule, first we have to create the pattern category and item type. Okay, suppose we want to define a rule to borrow books by postgraduate student. We have created a group for postgraduate student. First, we have to select pattern category postgraduate student. Item type books. That is all. Okay, books. Actually, this rule for postgraduate student to borrow books. Next is current checkouts allowed. How many books they can borrow, maximum number of books. Current on-site checkout. That means we can put a limitation. For example, on books, only 3 books, total number 10, but he can take maximum 3 at a time. If some limitation we have to uh, we have to impose, we can use current on-site checkout. But anyway, actually this very few libraries follow this rule. You can use current checkout allowed, 5 books they can borrow. Then loan period, for example, 14 days, 2 weeks loan period, for example, 30 days. Then unit, number of days. One more unit is there, hours. Hours means that is for overnight reading. For example, the certain libraries allow the users to borrow reference books, usually not allowed to allow for home reading. Uh, Reference book allow for home reading before closing the library. For example, 30 minutes before closing the library, they can borrow books. On the next day, they have to return the book after opening the library. Uh, for example, library open at 8 a.m. They have to return the book before 9 a.m. Otherwise, they will get a huge fines. Okay, in usual case, days is enough. Then hard due date. Hard due date means um, certain courses like MBA or uh, MBBS. The users, the starting of the semester, they will get some core textbooks. Okay, some core textbooks for reading. They have to return it only at the end of the semester. In such case, we can create a core textbooks in item type and a rule for separate rule for postgraduate student, and we can specify a date to return the book. Otherwise, uh, item type, then loan period 30 days. Then fine amount. If it fine is there, uh, rupees 5 we will charge. Fine charging interval rupees 1 per day. Every day we will charge rupees 5 after due date. Here no slab system. For example, for first 10 days, 5 rupees. After 10 days, we will charge 15 rupees. That will not work here. No such feature. Then overdue fine cap. Suppose overdue happen, maximum fine it will go, and after that it will freeze the account. User cannot issue another book. Next is many minor settings are there, but we leave it. Next is renewal allowed. Renewal allowed means how many times a user can renew the book. Then renewal period again 30 days. Based on the rule, you can change it. So, library rule. Renewal allowed 2 times they can renew the book. Next is hold allowed. Hold means how many books they can reserve maximum. 3 books they can reserve. Then they can save the rule. Once again, suppose we are going to create a rule to borrow books by postgraduate student. First, create the category post PG student, item type books. Then maximum number of books they can borrow, loan period 30 days. Then fine amount 5 rupees fine. Fine charging interval 1. Every day we will charge rupees 5. Overdue fine cap maximum 1000 rupees. Then renewal, how many times renewal allowed? Rupees 2. Renewal period 30. Then hold allowed 3 books they can reserve at a time. Then save the rule. And we want to create another rule for postgraduate student to borrow um, electric book, ebook. Okay, ebook or no, some like a newspaper clipping or this one rare reference books. We have to create another rule. Okay, this way the rules are working. You can try yourself, add a few rules, not do the same again. Create a category code, new category, a new item type. Then you can create a rule. Anyway, bookmark this URL, bookmark in your browser. Tomorrow you can open clicking on that URL. Anyway, um, anyway, you try to. We have learned right through the manual. I have provided you a Koha manual. Go to the administration module. Just to start chapters, small chapters. Read the administration module, uh, and try create an item type, user category, and create a rule. And tomorrow we will learn remaining things. Any doubts regarding today's session? Okay, if no doubts, meet tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. We will continue with the cataloging module, then circulation module. If time permits, we go to another module. In cataloging module, tomorrow we will see how to create catalog records manually and how to import records from other cataloging server like C39.50 Library of Congress catalog, and how to uh, convert book details in Excel sheet into Mark 21 format and how to import it. Okay, if any question, okay. If any questions, you can ask it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you all. Have a nice evening.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.